Welcome to Masters of Self University podcast, your highest source of sacred truths and universal wisdom. Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Rachel Fiori, mystic, spiritual teacher, psychic healer, and founder of Masters of Self University. Join our journey of soul transformation as we deep dive into this latest episode. Hello, beautiful souls. Rachel Fiori here. In this Masters of Self University podcast, I am going to offer you an introduction to subtle energy bodies and their impact on your ability to heal. Isn't everybody out there trying to heal from something? Depression, anxiety, PTSD, maybe physical illnesses, the struggles that you have in your relationship, all the suffering that you experience that you're sick and tired of. And here's the thing, we have to start to take seriously the fact that we are energetic beings. And the reason why people can't heal by focusing on behavioral change or through traditional talk therapy is because we're not functioning at a healing level, a transformational level, at an energetic level. Transformation requires a change in energy. So before you freak out and click out and don't listen any longer, hang in there with me because I'm going to give you an introduction in this. So because our physical body is still a body of energy, our bodies are basically made of frozen light. We're made of light particles called photons, and it's basically frozen light. We're just a different vibrational frequency, the physical body, compared to what overlays the physical body in each energy field for each person. Okay? So in your energy fields, every human being has energy fields around them that are associated with their physical body. Okay, this has been proven in science, by the way. None of this is woo-woo. None of this is, what are you talking about? This isn't true. Science is finally catching up, and actually, it's not new science. It's been here for a long time. It's just not offered to you, the general public. It's not taught yet. It's kind of suppressed, but all the research is out there. You can go dig and find it if you really want to. So we're going to talk a little bit today about psychoenergetics, our subtle energy bodies, and we're going to talk about, a little bit about vibrational medicine. So your subtle energy bodies, you have an energy field around you with different layers, which means different vibrational frequencies. And every one of those energetic layers funnels down and has an impact on your physical body. Okay. So when people try to heal from, anxiety or depression or their scarcity problems or the patterns in their life that they see over and over and over and they cannot seem to heal out of them, or unhealed traumas, they try to heal their inner child wounds, and they work so hard and they try for so many years, and every method out there that claims they can heal you, if you are not working with energy, you are not going to experience true permanent healing. Your subtle energy bodies, we're not going to talk about the causal body. That's where your higher self actually flows through and funnels down. So that's one of the ones out there. But below that is your mental body. Understand, this is not your brain. Okay, it's not your brain. It's not the function of your human brain. It is an energy field around your body, the mental body. Below that is an energy field called the astral field, or the emotional body. And then there's the etheric body, and then there's your physical body. So if you have your mental, your astral or emotional, your etheric, and then physical, understand that trickles downwards like a funnel. So your mental programs, the stuff trapped in your mental body, that is the stuff that has the biggest, most profound and influential impact on you as a person, on your personality, on your fears, on your reality, what gets manifested in your reality, the struggles that you have, what you suffer from, what you can't, the patterns you can't seem to break or heal, the old traumas you cannot seem to heal, because you're not, if you don't heal them in the mental body energetically, your true healing is not happening. You may experience temporary lovely effects of things through different therapies, different modalities, energy healing even. You might work on like emotional healing and do your best to do emotional healing. But think about this, if it's mental, emotional, and skip the etheric, it doesn't matter right now. So just think of it like this: mental body outside of your physical body, mental body, emotional body, physical body. You could spend years healing your emotional stuff. And if you don't heal what is in the mental body, guess what? Guess what? It gets reinvented, recreated, remanifested. Do you understand? You have to heal at every energetic level. So your mental programs will create, impact, and influence your emotional programs. So if you have mental programs and emotional programs that were created from, say, a childhood trauma, you have to heal at two different dimensional, energetic dimensional levels in order for you as a human to experience full healing, permanent healing. What that means, those energies, those programs, the mental programs, the emotional programs have been completely alchemized. They are no longer a part of who you are as a being. Okay? So when they don't exist anymore in your mental program, subtle body energies, in your emotional program, subtle body energy, when they no longer exist there, that is true and permanent healing. Do you understand? If that does not happen, you can do as much plant medicine as you want to. You can go in as many wilderness retreats as you want to. You can take as many master classes as you want to. If those things don't happen, true and permanent healing don't happen. Do you understand? So even though there are people who will focus a lot on their emotions, it's not a bad thing. But whatever mental programs are connected to those emotional programs, that is what needs to be seen, understood, and then alchemized. So what does it mean to alchemize it? This is when you're turning a piece of coal into a diamond. You are completely changing the energy of what makes up that program so that that old program on an energetic level literally no longer exists as it once was. Okay? Energy never dies. You want to know why it's so hard? It's seemingly so hard to heal. It is seemingly so hard to heal because we're not working with the energies that were created in the moment that they were created. I hope you're starting to understand that this can be a very complicated process, not for you if you have the right professional. But I'm hoping you're starting to understand how complicated all of this stuff is. So you need to have somebody that is very well educated in psychoenergetics, in subtle energy bodies, in energetics in general, in vibrational medicine. So what is vibrational medicine? That means that you are going into the energies themselves and you are transforming that energy into a different frequency. So it seems so impossible to heal sometimes because energies never die. Do you understand? Energy doesn't die. There's no such thing as energy being gone. The only thing that can happen to energies is you can change the vibrational frequency. You can change it into a different form. Let me give you a simple example. If you have a pot of boiling water on the stove and you take ice cubes, 2 ice cubes, drop them into the boiling water, what happens? The ice cube doesn't die. It changes into a different form. It melts. It is forced. It has no choice but to melt in the boiling water. It then becomes liquid, right? That's easy. That's energy transformation. Okay, it has permanently changed its state, its form. The energy form of a solid ice cube was changed into a liquid. And then if you leave it boiling long enough, what happens? It evaporates. It's not dead. It changes into a different form, a form that you can't even see. You can no longer see it as liquid. It's evaporated into the air, but it still exists. Okay, that energy is still alive. It still exists, but it is now a completely different form. You can't take the energy in the air that was evaporated and put it into your water and have ice water. Do you understand? You can never again take that part, that energy that used to be an ice cube, and put it into a glass of water to make your water cold. Do you understand? That's easy to understand. So also, that is what applies to true healing. When you have people, professionals that are educated and trained in working with the programs, mental programs, emotional programs, old traumas, they are nothing but bodies of energy. That's it. That's a good thing. That is the good news. They're just energy bodies that are floating around attached to you, influencing how you feel, how you behave, how you act, how you react. Do you understand? When those energy bodies are simply transformed into a different form of energy, they no longer ever again impact your life, your relationships, your reality, whether you have money problems or not, whether you have fear of setting boundaries or fear of using your voice. All of these are related. These are behavioral symptoms that stem from energy programs. And these energy programs are floating around in your energy bodies outside of your physical body. That's it. It's that simple. Okay? And so in order to truly alchemize, transform those energies, you can transform fear into love, fear into confidence. For example, confidence, love, joy, they're just different energy frequencies. That is it. Old programs, quote unquote, die, but not really. They just change the form of energy that is in your energy system. Okay. Do you understand that your energy fields around your body are 100% there 100% of the time, whether you are aware of them or not? And they 100% of the time influence your life, how you feel, how you behave, how you react to things. Okay. The kind of pain and suffering you're experiencing because of the struggles of your life. Part of the struggles of your life and the repeated patterns that you no longer want to see are because those are the programs that are in your subtle energy bodies. That's what creates your reality. That is what creates your reality. That is what creates the problems in your relationships. It all boils down to energy. Now, vibrational medicine is being able to heal at different vibrational levels. I mentioned earlier, if you have anxiety, for example, that is a certain vibrational frequency of energy that gets triggered and activated in your body. Okay. And a lot of people know how terrible anxiety feels. Nobody wants to have it, but how do you actually heal it? You'll never heal it by popping pills. You will never heal it by constantly going to the gym and going to yoga and meditating and plant medicine, whatever the hell you want to do. Do you understand? The anxiety always comes back, doesn't it? So it's not about the yoga or the plant medicine or the wilderness retreat or the meditation being bad or pointless. It's not about that. Really hear me clearly, because this will help you shift into a place where you're ready and open for true healing. Okay. All of those other modalities are supportive tools. They are not energetically transformational. Do you understand this now? So in order to actually heal anxiety, for example, you have to go into the energy of anxiety and transform it into a different form. All right. This is exactly what I do and how I heal. And I've done it for years. many, many years, in my psychic healing sessions that you can get at Masters of Self University. This is how I heal. One of the ways I heal on many levels, but this is one. All of our certified mystical life coaches at Masters of Self University know how to do this. This is what I educate and train them in. So if you really want to heal from things and you're done suffering and you're tired of struggling, get a free consultation at Masters of Self University with one of our coaches. They're amazing. They'll take you step by step. And here's the best part. We teach you how to do this for yourself. That's the best part. Anybody can learn this. Anybody can learn this. Learning how to work with energies is the key to healing. So I mentioned psychoenergetics. This is how the mystical energies, the subtle energies that we work with as mystical life coaches and professionals at Masters of Self University, knowing how to work with those energies and knowing the impact those energies have, those energetic programs have on your psyche, your mental well-being, your emotional well-being. Okay, that's what psychoenergetics is, and this is what we do and work with. And again, vibrational medicine is also what we do and work with, where we can go into the vibrational frequencies of a particular program that you're running and completely change that frequency so it no longer exists. Okay, one other step to this as psychoenergetics, because we're dealing with somebody's psyche, their mental and emotional well-being, and the vibrational medicine aspect of this, where we go in and change vibrational frequencies of the programs you're running, is we also teach you and work with you on how to connect the dots from the programs you're running all the way down to the root core, exactly the moment of creation of that trauma, that emotional program, that mental program. This is key. We teach you and we do it with you. We go back in time. This is another energetic thing, and this is mystical part of what we do. It's why it's a mystical life coach that works with you. We go back in time to the moment of energetic creation of that program. How exciting is this? We go back to the energetic creation of the programs that you run, and we change that traumatic experience at the energetic level, so it no longer exists. It doesn't mean the trauma didn't exist. We're not pretending something awful and terrible didn't happen. Okay, we're not pretending this painful thing was not horrific and unloving and awful. We'll never pretend that. We come from truth. Okay, it isn't pretending or minimizing what happened to you, but understand when you have a traumatic experience, whether it's at 3 years old or 53 years old, a traumatic experience creates energetic reactions. Do you understand that your emotions are just energy forms? Really think about that. So if you are shifted because of a certain traumatic experience into pure fear, and you are in fight, flight, or freeze. So fear is an energetic program. Fight, flight, or freeze, energetic programs. Whatever got created in this moment energetically, that is now a part of your body. That is a part of who you are, literally for the rest of your life, until you go in and energetically change what was created in that moment. This is true alchemy. This is what it means to be an expert and a professional who works with cell energy bodies and psychoenergetic science and in vibrational medicine. This is everything that I teach, I work with, I teach my mystical life coaches. You as a client, whether you're coming in for a psychic healing session, for example, or a 3-month coaching program, this is the work. So I want you to hear this loud and clear. If you're stuck and struggling and you've quote unquote tried everything, I want to point this out. You haven't tried this, because this is permanent healing. And I want to clarify. Reiki, quantum touch, any form of energy healing is beautiful and wonderful and lovely. It feels amazing. And you know what? So does massage therapy or acupuncture. Those things are wonderful tools. They're wonderful. Okay, highly recommend all of them, by the way. I love sound healing. I love all of these things. They are beautiful, wonderful tools. But let's get clear. If you cannot go into the energy itself of the programs that are running within you and alchemize those specific programs at the point of creation. The point of creation is the event that created those programs to begin with. That could be how you were parented. It could be an interaction you had with mom or dad. It could be a terrible experience you had with a teacher in school. It could be your friends picked on you and, abandoned you and now made fun of you and you weren't part of the inner circle anymore and you lost your group of friends. It could have been you made a move you weren't ready to make and you had to go to a different school. You understand there's millions of examples here. Okay. No matter what it is, there's nothing too big and nothing too small. All of it is energy. They are just components of energy. That's it. It takes some time. It takes a process that we take you through to learn exactly what programs are running, when they get triggered, and then going down to the root core, meaning the moment of creation. This is an energetic thing. Isn't this amazing? So you should be jumping for joy because this is why people don't heal. This is why, because they don't know this stuff that I'm sharing with you right now. They don't know this. This is what it takes to heal. So they go to therapy for 35 years, still have PTSD. Why are we living in suffering like this? It's insane to continue to live with PTSD and depression and suffering and horrible relationships that always fail. You're on your fourth divorce. This is ridiculous. We don't have to live this way. It's ridiculous. But the reason why we're living this way, and we try everything under the sun and it feels like you're running in circles and spinning your wheels, is because we don't have enough professionals and experts that know what I am sharing with you right now. And this is why Masters of Self University podcast and Masters of Self University and all of our programs and masterclasses, everything we offer, this is why it exists. This is why I created it. I left Western medicine because they always told me sick people make us money, Rachel. Sick people make us money. And to me, that is out of integrity and that is absolute bullshit because you can heal. You just don't know how. And I want to reach out I want you to hear me now. I am speaking to you right now. If you have tried everything and you are still in agony and suffering and you're suicidal and you have major depression or you feel like you're flawed and you're so flawed you can't get healed and you just can never get unstuck, you can be healed. I am speaking to every one of you. You are not alone. I hear you. I am sending my love to you right now. You can do this. You just have to be willing to learn how, and you have to be devoted. And I want to apologize to you on behalf of our medical system, our healthcare system, all the coaches who claim to do transformational healing out there, and they are not educated enough. They are not trained enough. They do not know anything about energetic vibrational medicine or psychoenergetics or anything I'm sharing with you today. I'm apologizing on behalf of every single human that claims they can heal you and they can help you get there, and they don't know this stuff. This is the key to healing, and you can learn how to do it for yourself. So if you are really emotionally struggling and suffering, hear me when I say to you that I am sending all the love in the universe to you right now. Don't give up. Stay with us. Stay here. Learn from us in any and every aspect you possibly can. I want you to learn from us. Listen to our podcast. Come for help. We are here to help you heal for real. Okay. So in summary, I want to say to you that if you're willing to learn about subtle energies, if you're willing to learn and receive things like vibrational medicine and psychoenergetics and mystical healing, none of this has anything to do. You don't have to dance half naked around a fire, by the way. And if you do, that's okay. Have fun. You can do that too. But you don't have to do any of those things to understand what real healing is. You don't have to be, spiritual and dressed in white robes to understand what real healing actually is. Okay. The old outdated science that we, especially in the United States of America, that we still rely on and use, which is completely outdated, a lot of bullshit and untruths. It's the old Newtonian science. And it is completely outdated, and most of that we found is a bunch of crap. And yet we still use that in our medical system. We still use that in our healthcare system. The medical model that we use in the United States, that quote unquote Western medicine, is still based on that old outdated science. Einstein, how many decades ago, proved that all of that was inaccurate and we needed to advance in science. Everything is energy, and that's proven. That was already proven by Einstein. So knowing that, new science is coming forth, and the new science that is way more updated and way more accurate, and it's starting to catch up finally to what quote unquote energy healing really is. We have a long way to go, but at least it's out there. So I invite you to come here and learn more. All right. You have energy bodies around your physical body. And if you are not healing every one of those layers inside of those energy layers, you have energy programs that affect your mental state, your emotional state, your behavioral state, and ultimately your ability to heal from those things. That right there, if you've heard nothing else, or if you forget everything else I've shared, that is the take-home key for today's message. So you learn how to work with energies. And no, it is not just, oh, great, so I'll go, become a Reiki master, and then I can just do Reiki on myself and everything will heal. No, do not misunderstand. You can't do that. You have to be able to see and learn the specific programs that are floating around in your mental body. The programs that specifically influence your life, impact your emotional body or your emotional state of being. Okay. All of those things have to be seen and identified. And that takes a professional to work with you and do that for you. And then to, along the way, teach you how to do these things for yourself. Okay. So when you learn the specifics of energy programs, mental programs, emotional programs that impact your behavioral programs, what your inner child wounds are, why are they still there? Because at the point of creation of that inner child wound, that point of creation is an energetic process to heal what was created in that moment. Okay. And that is everything that we do in our coaching programs at Masters of Self University. So if you're really ready to heal, if you want to learn more, keep listening to our podcast. Get a free consultation with any of our certified coaches, our mystical life coaches. They are the only one in the world that is trained to do this work. They are the only ones in existence. And we have coaches literally from all over the world, by the way, our mystical life coaches. They are spectacular. Come give us a shout out. Become a member of Masters of Self University. We are here to help you heal for real, empower you, and teach you how to do it for yourself along the way. That is all for now. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to hit that like, leave us a review, and share this with everybody you know. More people need to hear the truth about the divine beings that we are and each individual's ability to 100% heal in the ways that we can teach you how. Much love to you all. I'll see you all in the next podcast.